I've gotten a number of questions about the Bully franchise, but none more often than the whereabouts and the possibilities behind Bully 2. That being, guys, what was supposedly going to be the next upcoming game by Rockstar, who were working on Bully 2, and obviously, guys, there were certainly some issues behind the scenes, whether it were creative differences and things of that nature, or it could be things that really we haven't been told about, from the rampant amounts of speculation, the question marks regarding this franchise moving forward. Now I want to talk in this segment of the show about Bully 2 in particular. We've talked about Bully in this franchise, the past, present, future. You guys can check out all of that content here on the YouTube channel. But in particular, I want to talk about, will we see Bully 2? Will this be a game that is going to come out at some point or another to really give fresh life into the Bully franchise? Just the IP, because it's really not a franchise at this point. Will it breathe fresh life, that being Rockstar Games, into Bully 2, which could turn into a long-withstanding franchise if they decided to make it? So that's what we're going to be talking about here in this segment of the show. To answer the question, guys, will we see Bully 2? I still do believe that Bully 2 will happen. There is a huge fan base here that loves the Bully franchise. Now, we can debate for long stretches of time, pros and cons to making a Bully 2. Should Rockstar make a Bully 2? Was it too controversial? Would they make Bully 2 even more controversial and such? Rockstar certainly has a knack for creating experiences that are many times very well done, incredible Game of the Year type caliber games, but at the same time they also create these games that have a lot of controversy, or at least some, to say the least. So Bully is certainly one that's no different here. I personally enjoyed Bully, probably not as much as some fans out there, but I did really enjoy it, and I believe that is certainly an IP that does deserve to continue, just by the sheer amount of support that has been seen around a potential Bully 2. There has been a widespread speculation of Bully 2. I would, say, guys, that obviously it's on the back of Rockstar's mind without a doubt, because number one, they were working on Bully 2 reportedly, and then they pulled the plug after about 2 years of working on it. These are obviously reports that are coming out, guys. They were working on it for 2 years, and then they pulled the plug because they didn't like the direction it was going. Whether that means it was creative differences, it was in a development hell cycle, it's hard to say. But obviously there was definitely a foundation here to what Bully 2 was going to be. Also, Rockstar is definitely working on other projects outside of Bully when they were working on Bully 2. They've most likely, I think it's been reported now quite a bit, that GTA 6 is being worked on. There are other projects that are being worked on over at Rockstar that we have not really heard much, not much has been leaked and such about them, but we can certainly predict that most likely we could probably expect a Max Payne 4. We could probably even expect a potential LA Noire 2, and maybe even a brand new IP altogether from Rockstar. So there is a number of layers here to this thing, and I think that the question to will we see Bully 2 really comes down to obviously, guys, us as a community coming together and voicing our opinion and voicing that, whether we want that game to come out or not. I think it's really going to come down to that, because I think that we as a community can move and sway developers in one way, shape, or form in certain capacities. A lot of times, sometimes there are developers that don't listen to the fan bases, doesn't listen to what people really want. But I think there's definitely something here with Bully. So that being said, I do believe we will see a Bully 2. Now, when are we going to see it is a whole nother question, guys. Bully 2 needs to happen. I think that a continuation of this game and this IP deserves to continue just because of the big fan base. This has been a game that people have wanted for a long time, and I think that they could continue onwards, moving into a really interesting direction. It's a unique type of title. I certainly think it needs to continue. But that being said, when would they revisit Bully 2? I would say, guys, that we've got probably GTA 6 is probably the next game up and coming. And it makes sense, right? GTA and Red Dead Redemption, or Red Dead, those two franchises are the biggest IPs for Rockstar Games. So obviously they're going to stick with those two. Now, what would be your tier 2 games that would be really, could be potential juggernauts for Rockstar moving forward? I would say Max Payne, certainly. If they continue Max Payne, they create like a Max Payne online, like a online type of service similar to Red Dead Online, similar to, GTA Online. I think Max Payne could be huge. But Bully could certainly be another one that could be very big as well. They created a Bully Online, like a multiplayer experience there, and you created, all these, kind of taking the formula of what's worked for GTA and as well as Red Dead, and you apply that to Max Payne, Bully, maybe even LA Noire. They could have some, serious juggernauts on their hands outside of Red Dead and GTA. So my thought is this, guys. Bully 2 will not be revisited, most likely until after GTA 6, as well as Max Payne 4 or LA Noire 2 or the next IP that comes out. I think GTA 6 is certainly next. Max Payne should be next. If I were thinking correctly about it, I would say, most likely you're going to get Max Payne 4 or LA Noire 2. And then after that, you're probably going to get a Bully 2, unless they decide to make a Red Dead Redemption 3. So there's a lot of ways in which Rockstar could go here. I do think that Bully is certainly in the back of their minds. They were working on it. They had initial concepts. It might just be one of those IPs that they have to come back to at some point or another, where they have fresh ideas of how they want to move the story forward and what they want to do from a multiplayer perspective, so on and so forth. So yes, guys, Bully 2, I believe, is going to happen. I believe it should happen. And it really comes down to us, though, as a community, to voice our opinion, to really echo these games into existence, the games that we want to happen. But let me know, guys, do you think Bully 2 will ever see the light of day? Or do you think that it is going to be in a limbo state or a state of no return? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Bully 2 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.